My name is Dr. Efrain Lopez, aka Dr. Elo. Hopefully, I got audio now, right? And I want to welcome you to the Be.Live family. This is the live stream that's starting today. Every Tuesday, it's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard or Eastern Time right now, right? And yeah, we're going to talk about talking to the camera, key points and iterations of what to do to get better of talking to the camera. And I want to remind you guys that when you are live, and it's not what is going to make you, lose your audio or lose anything. It's just a matter of when it will happen. You will get, it's live. So, it's okay to be without audio, to do without anything. It's totally fine. It's normal. It will happen. So I want to welcome everybody to the stream. Let me see right here. I get a bunch of people in here. I want to say hi to Sai over on Facebook, Sammy Superstar over on Facebook, Amanda Walsh, hello. Over on Facebook, we got Nancy Lewis Hill, hello. And there's one name I can't pronounce. But I will say hello to you. Thank you for being here. We have let me see who else. We got Richard Molina from Facebook. Thank you very much for being here. And Jason Blake. Thank you very much for being here as well from Canada. That's pretty cool. All right. Well, let's start right into the meat of the show. So, the first thing that I want to iterate is that practice makes perfection. And perfection in quotations. The reason I say it like that is because nobody's perfect. Nobody's going to achieve perfection, anyways. So, it's kind of you need to keep on practicing to get better, but you'll never be perfect. Let's be real. Maybe one time and out of 130 times, you'll be like, wow, this was really perfect. But hey, you never know. But just expect to get better each time, not to be perfect. So nobody's perfect, but you can get better with practice and iteration, which means repetition, doing things a lot of times. That's what iteration means. It makes you better, right? So that's all you need to do. You need to practice. You want to be good at that, at looking at this camera. For me, it was so awkward to just look at a lens and talk to it like if it was a person. It's still a little bit unnatural. I'm not gonna lie, but guess what? You get used to it, and if you do things lots and lots of times, you will achieve it. So, all right, and let's jump into the next topic, which is everybody sucks. Everybody sucks their first time. Everybody sucks their first 5, 10. It is so normal to be bad at what you do at first, unless you're natural, right? Or a phenomena that you are, I don't know, uh, you're Michael Jordan, right? But of basketball. But in reality, Michael Jordan got good at basketball by practicing, right? So everybody sucks. You want to see my videos? Go to my channel. Ooh, ooh, I sucked. So I kept on practicing, kept on, doing the work. You have to do the work in order to get better. And this is like anything in life. Everything you work for, you get it. If you do not work for it, well, you're gonna probably get it as well, but you're gonna struggle along the way. So, hey, that's all you need to do. Practice, 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 and then you will unsuck or not suck. All right. Another thing that's really important here is be yourself. Do not create a persona just for live streaming. Don't be somebody else in the outside world and come here and pretend that you're perfect because you're most likely not. You are you. You make mistakes. I started with the audio, and guess what? Hey, it happens, right? So my settings weren't correct, even though I did put them correct earlier. It happens. Be yourself. Just go with the flow. Just don't think about, oh my God, what are people thinking? You know what? Let's do it this way.
Oh my God. What are people thinking about me? I don't know, but this is so embarrassing.
Anybody that wants to do this will be embarrassed at any given time. It will happen. It's just a matter of when it will happen. So you are interesting the way you are. You are you. You will be, you're not $100 bill, like they say, right? Not everybody will like you, and that's okay. Not everybody needs to like you. Not everybody needs to like you. The people, your tribe is the people that need to like you, right? Your people that, they follow you, people that like what you're talking about, people that are actually interested in your topic. This is the people that really need to like you. If other people doesn't like you, well, so be it. What can you do about it? I think I've heard somebody say, I can't remember who it was, but it says that you can't control what other people think about you. You cannot. So might as well just keep on going, right? Who cares? If you're doing it good, you're doing it bad, if you're doing it correctly, if you're doing it in a way that they don't like, well, guess what? If you like it, that's all you need. You and your tribe. The rest is just shenanigans. All right, so let's jump into how do you gain that confidence on camera, right? How do you gain it? There's different ways. The easiest way you can do it is use video chats, any video chat. Practice with your friends through Microsoft Teams, through FaceTime, through Zoom, and trying to get used to looking at that camera, that lens right here. Just, put it right here and you'll start looking at it. Even if you do Zoom or you do with your cell phone, you do FaceTime for those guys, for those of you who have a iPhone or, whatever, Google, it doesn't really matter what it is, just practice. And nowadays, with the whole situation, we're going to call it Voldemort. What happened during this past year and a half, everybody was jumping on Zoom calls and on video calls. It's totally normal nowadays. So just think that you're talking to a friend or a family member, right? And there's other things that you can do, like practice on Lita. Lita is live every day in August or April. There's several groups like Live Streaming Pros. They have that. You can go and practice in there, or you can actually practice on the Be.Live private groups as well. So there's a bunch of places you can go ahead and start going live and in a safe environment and feel, don't feel the fear of everybody. Oh my God, the whole world's looking at me right now. But you can at least feel safe in that environment while you do the practice and you do the iterations until you get it right. But everybody needs to practice. Nobody gets it from the first time. You got to be a phenomenon. So, another thing, use the Be Live on screen agenda. Right now, this is what I'm using. This is what I'm looking at. And the reason I'm telling you to use this is because it has a step by step of what you're going to do. If you forget what you're doing, because that happens, you go blank. I used to go blank all the time, and sometimes I still do. So it happens. You look down, it's there. If you prefer to use a teleprompter, you can use it as well as for an on-screen agenda or an outline. Basically, the step by step of what you're going to be covering. How, like from let's put it. Let me show you if I can show you my screen real quick, and I'm going to show you this right here. So, all right, let me use solo so you guys can see it and take this out of here. So here it is. See, a step by step. And then you can go start check mark, using the check mark, checking things off, keep on going. And it makes it a little bit easier and more organized for you. And this what I have right here is Notion. This is the software that I'm using, but you can use whatever software you want. It's it's a given. So another recommendation that I give is uh, put a photo of a loved one right below the lens. I use my son right below this lens, right here, right below, because I feel more comfortable talking to my son, right, to my 6 year old. So I believe sometimes in my head when I get nervous, because it still happens that I'm talking to my kid. It's a little bit easier. And even though it's not here, right, on the lens, it's right below. And you can get away with at least looking a little past the lens. And it kind of helps out to, center you and focus on a single spot. So that's, for me, that helps a lot. And I still do it right here. I still have it. All right. And establish your routine. Establish a routine of what you can do. And this comes hand in hand with the run a show, how I call it, or the show flow, right? That I just showed you. Establish a routine of what you're gonna start. You're gonna start off talking, presenting yourself, um, saying hi to the public. Afterwards, you're gonna go to the meat of it, to the meat of the whole situation, talking about the topic and everything. Then you're gonna jump into your Q&A, and then afterwards, you're gonna do a call to action to follow me or follow you, whatever. Subscribe here, subscribe there. So it maintains you organized, and it alleviates a lot of stress, a lot of stress, believe me. And I do have an extra tip that you might find a little funny, but it will help out. Film yourself cooking. It's funny, I know. But the only reason I'm telling you is because this is a trick that I've used to get used to talking to the lens while doing many things. And right now, while I'm live streaming, I'm multitasking right now. I'm checking here, checking there, checking my audio levels. Don't laugh. I know. Mute. So I'm checking all kinds of things. So I'm multitasking. And what do you do when you're cooking? Ingredients here, cutting there. And while you're doing all that stuff, why not explain to the camera what are you doing? It gets you a little looser. It helps you, tell people, um, not tell people. It helps you like tell the lens what are you doing. Tell the camera, because remember, that video is only for you. It's not intended for anybody else. You're not trying to shame yourself or anything. So that video is just for you. You're gonna watch it yourself and see how are you doing throughout the process, right? How are you explaining what you're cooking? Let's put it here. Right now, I'm gonna add a little bit of water, put in this and that, and it helps you prepare that brain of yours, that muscle memory, to create that muscle memory to, do things and start looking at the camera. You look at here, you still looking at the camera. Go here, look at the lens. Stay here, look at the lens again. So it gets you, gets you used to the gist of things, the whole doing 10 things at the same time. So I believe it's the most natural way you can do it, because cooking, at least you can put the camera down a little bit closer. Don't do it while you're washing your car. You'll get your camera wet. This is just for cooking. And this is why I think this is the only, or probably one of the only ones that you can do and have your gear safe, right? Without messing everything up. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? All right. So I'm going to go now to the comments to see what you guys have. If you have any questions, and I want to get to know you guys a little bit better now that I'm going to be here every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So, okay. So, got hello, Dr. Elo. Nice to meet you, Nancy Lewis. It's a pleasure for you guys to be here, for you to be here, and for me to be here as well. Thank you very much. And we got Amanda. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Amanda. As I said before, we got Cy, we got Sammy. We got Joseph. What's going on, Joseph? Joseph's gonna be one of my guest speakers. So I'll let you know when. We got a Facebook user. Hi to you. Remember to hit that link before on Facebook, so it can give permission to Facebook, so I can see your name and say a proper hi, right? And we got Jason. We got Stephen Healy from the UK. This is amazing. This is Theater Maker. I know you. I know you. I think you're the perfect streamer. I know you, my friend. Thank you for being here. We got Scanify, Andy, what's going on? And we got some comments. Here we go. So I found it hard to make eye contact when I need to read material on my screen, but I have my camera attached on top of the laptop. That helps. Actually, in a laptop situation, it's a little bit better because your eyes, even though they're not level completely, but they're a little bit uh, below the lens, so it kind of helps out a little bit. But I love using teleprompters with when I have to read something. Those can be a little bit hard to use sometimes because of the speed. Like I have problems with the speed going up and down. There's an app that you can use, and every time you read, um, it identifies and it keeps on going up. So it goes with your reading, right? It helps out. But and I do have a teleprompter right here. Let me show you. So this is how it looks from the back, and then you have this teleprompter. This is you put the cell phone right here, right? Put the cell phone right here. So identifying my eyes. Wow. All right. You put your cell phone right here in this spot, and then you can see everything. Let me see if I can show you. You can see everything right there, right? And it looks a lot better, obviously, because the light's hitting it right now. But this helps you out when you have like a lot of stuff to read, a lot of information. Sometimes in one of my streams, when I have information about like Facebook and the rules of YouTube, how to do this and that. It's a necessity. I need to read. So that's when it gets a little bit technical, but this helps out a lot. All right. So see, the imperfect streamer. I knew you were here, my friend. Practice makes perfect, so don't practice. I don't want you to be better than me. Woo! Nice. All right. So don't be fake. That is correct, Andy. Just be yourself. Try and be as authentic as you can. Um, people people like you. You know, people like you. There's somebody in this world that will like you and will benefit from you whatever you're providing them. So it's somebody. There's somebody out there for you. You know, so don't worry about it. There's always we always have our own clan. So just keep on practicing and get better. That's all you need. Embrace the suck. Yep, exactly. Practice, practice, practice. You'll be fine. All right, got another comment from Nancy. What are people thinking? If they're me, they're loving the purple lighting. Yeah, I love purple, as you can tell, right? My branding is purple, purple all around. Um, and that's my color as well. I love the purple. Thank you for noticing. Nobody cares. That's what I was told. Hey, there you go. Do your thing. Nobody cares. Just do your own thing. Just be you. Correct. You got Facebook user. Practice, practice, practice. That's the way to do it. That is correct. All right. Over here. Do you find it harder to look at the lens when camera clipped to on top of the laptop? Nah, I guess probably because there's a little bit of distraction right now. My camera it's right above of right here. My it's right above of my monitor, so it's just like a laptop. And sometimes I find myself looking in the comments when I'm not supposed to. But hey, it's better than having the camera up here, right? and you have to go back now. So it's not that it's subtle. You can look a little bit down, look up again. So it's pretty easy to maintain eye level with the lens. But it's better than other situations. Let's put it that way. I love using the agenda. Keeps me on topic. Tell me about it. I got ADHD. Like keeping me on topic is so hard. Right now, I want to do 1,000 things, and I am, holding that urge to do the squirrel. So for me, I need something like that. All right. Let me see here. And it keeps your mind off the fact that you're on camera. Yeah. Like, let me see if I can show you my kids. I have it a little bit up. There we go. So this is what I keep. That's my boy. I keep that right here nearby. He keeps me honest. I'm doing all this work for him anyways. So that's what keeps me centered on what I have to do. Oh, Lena, what's going on from Ukraine? Thanks for having me here, by the way. And hello from San Agustin, Florida. Oh my God, the beach must be so beautiful down there right now. Whew, amazing. Thank you. I love the purple as well. I can change it different colors, but I prefer this is the branding that I love. So yeah. All right. So the mic that I'm using right now, it's the Shure MV7, but it's not alone. I'm using it with the Go XLR. So the Go XLR, it's an interface that has
Voices like this. It has a lot of stuff that I can talk about.
it can put my voice a little bit down.
It can put my voice even worse.
But basically, this piece of equipment has a lot of stuff going on. See what I'm telling you? ADHD. I just saw something was funny. I just laughed. Sorry about that. So this Go XLR has it's great for like microphones, XLR microphones. It makes it sound a lot better. Even though this is a great microphone, without the Go XLR, I think it wouldn't sound this way. So and you can just adjust it to your own voice. But it's amazing. It's an amazing piece of equipment, and I love it. And I love it. All right, and we have family is always first, always first, and that's little Elo. Yeah, that's little Elo. We call him Philo. And yes, hello from Mars as well. Thank you very much for being here. All right, so we now are going into the questions. I would love you guys can provide me with some questions so I can give you some at least some answers or anything or maybe I don't have answers now, but I'm sure to get them afterwards as well. So let me see what you got. Elena, by the way, what time is it in Ukraine? I'm curious. I know it's like 5 hours to England or something like that from Eastern time. But yeah. Yes, thank you. I am a softie.
I am a softie. That's what you guys love me. I love it too. I love it.
All right. So, how long have I been streaming? All right. I've been streaming full time, not full time, but at least 3 times a week since September 2020. Before that, I was a moderator with Live Streaming Pros. Then I just was with the contract with the Impartial Geek, doing content like this as well. And so I've been basically doing it for what, a year or so. But before that, I have a lot of public speaking experience from my previous life as a military man. So used to be in the Coast Guard. I am in the Coast Guard. I'm in the reserves now. So I have a lot of experience talking to big public and it was totally different when I started talking to a lens. So it took uh, a little bit more time adapting to it. So since 2019, I started like for a year trying to do everything that I'm telling you right here. I've done it myself, talking on Zoom calls, all type of stuff, doing the cooking stuff. And my wife laughed, just like, this is great. So I've done all of this, and it took me about from 6 months to a year to get really chatty and to forget about that I was live and I was being seen by so many people. As a matter of fact, the things that most happen to me is that my hands get really sweaty. So I don't sweat myself, which is great, but my hands get like really sweaty. I always need to hang around, and because I have electronics with me, right? I always need to have like a little towel around. I don't get it anymore. This is just, I mean, this the lens, but I used to get that. So there's a lot of ways that your body's gonna tell you when you're nervous. But yeah, all right, Nancy, 11:30 in Ukraine. Ooh, past your bedtime. Wow, that's actually not even bedtime for me. I go to bed to like 1 p.m. and 1 a.m. So that's like reading time for me. So it's oh, amazing. Wednesday morning in Melbourne, Australia. I would I want to go to Australia so bad. It's been to Australia, Ukraine, anywhere. I love traveling, so I I'm a travel junkie. Oh, me and the family. Actually, my son already gone to like 17 countries already. He's about to be 7, so he loves to travel. Oh, Lena needs to be asleep. Truth nuggets. Yeah. All right. We got a question from Sai. Sai, oh my God. Any recommendations how to practice discipline with your content creation? That's really important. Discipline, it's hard. It's hard. But I I guess I have an advantage from my military background because discipline in the military is really hard. It's really, stick to it. But whenever you commit, right, you have to write it down somewhere, and make yourself accountable. So during the morning, I start with affirmations. That's what I do, right? It's not necessarily the correct way to do it or something, but this is the way I do it. I do my affirmations. I do the plan of the day. That's the first thing I do in the morning after I go brush my teeth or whatever. But it's the first thing I do. I get do that. All of that information in there. The plan of the day, and during the day, I have alarms on my cell phone to check my notebook. So I check my notebook several times, and I know what I have to do, what I haven't done. Usually, from 6 a.m. to 12, I've already accomplished the whole thing that I needed for the whole day. Usually, unless I have like 20 meetings a day, which ugh, there's been days like that as well. But that's what I do. I write things down. I write things down. I believe in sustainability. By the way, that's what my doctor is in. So I have a notebook that is I can use, it's a rocket book, right? So that rocket book, I write on it and then wipe it off, and that's it for the next day. So I try to be environmental conscious as well. So, but it's everything's, you need to plan things out and you need to stick to it, not just write it down and say it. You need to do it, and you need to hold yourself accountable for your actions. And the only way you're going to succeed is if you actually do the work. What's going on, Joseph? So, what LED lights do you have? They look awesome. I have hue lights, but this, it's funny because this is a hue light right here, and in the back of my of that, what do you call it? From my couch, there is a space there, there is a space there that it's like a futon that you close out. So in the back, it has a space for lights. So I put 2 lights in there. It's perfect. So it was like a streamer's paradise for it. But I got really lucky to get that one as well. So hue lights, you can get any type of colored lights. Doesn't matter the price. Yeah, just make sure that you can control them with your cell phone, right, or with the remote, and it should be fine. But I do have Philips, and those are the only 3 Philips that I started buying off brand because these things are expensive. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Lena.
Oh, thank you very much. I feel touched.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, and I do love my Rocket Book because that's the way. This little thing what I use for everything, and it's really little. It's little. I can use it for anything, and I have it in the one that has the panda, which it has like stuff that you can put affirmations and stuff on it. So I love that. All right, so I have one more thing for you before I leave, and it's gonna be this: only you can deliver the content like you do. So what does that mean? That means that there's nobody else that can deliver the content how you do it. So that means that not other there's nobody else in the world that can do what you do. So people can try to imitate you. People can try to emulate you, right? But only you are the one that is capable to do whatever you're doing. So in my position, I'm the only one that can do the show this way. There can be 1,000 people doing it different ways in different forms, but your delivery, hey, it's only you. So what does that mean? That means that you're special, and then that you can do the job on a unique way, on your way. So forget about trying to imitate or put a persona uh, for live streaming, for trying to imitate people or whatever. Emulate, do not imitate, and be yourself. That's all you need to do. All right. And I got more questions. Good. Do you recommend music in the background? You have different segments to make the stream more interesting. Yes. I'm a big fan of having music in the background. Just make sure if you have music in the background, have like music like from Epidemic Sound, that it's not copyrighted music. So you don't get a copyright strike on YouTube or on Facebook or on LinkedIn, whichever platform you're using. So it's easier that way. But I love music in the background, which I don't have today. But hey, that shall change. All right. I love the upload feature of it. Just scan and upload. Yes, sir. That is correct. Bogdan, Señor, hola. Hey, man. Any advice for bilingual English Spanish streamers? Yes. Forget about your accent. Your accent is what makes you unique. People love accents. People who don't not have accents are not cool. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's my opinion. But just be yourself. Speak the language. If you don't know how to say a word, who cares? So what? You'll learn it eventually. And if if something, if worse comes to worse, just say, no, that's just the way I say it. Like this is my way to say it. That's it. But for Spanish speakers, no, man, that's you speak 2 languages. They used to make when I was small, used to make fun of me and stuff. It's like, oh man, your accent and this and that. And it's like, do you know 2 languages? Do you know 2 languages? No. Oh, okay. That's all I needed to know. Thank you very much. And I turned around and left until they stopped teasing me. Because guess what? I know 2 languages. Actually 3, but I know 2 languages. So there you go. Spanish is a great language. This is actually Spanish is my first language. So you can actually speak 3. But then, see you go. That's all you need to do, man. Just speak whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It's people will make mistakes, and they will say words that are wrong, or they will go mute at the beginning of the stream. Sorry. Stuff will happen. Stuff will happen. It doesn't really matter. So it's all a matter of the importance you give to stuff. If you don't give importance to it, because you know you're okay and you know two languages and you can communicate in more ways than the person that's making fun of you, hey, who wins? Who's winning? But Spanish speakers, hey, do it. Speak your like they tell me all the time. Speak your burnt English. I'll speak it. It's fine with me. I don't have a problem with it. And if not, te hablo en español. Y yo te hablo en español, ¿tú me entiendes? No, ¿verdad? You see? If I talk in Spanish, you don't understand me. So there we go. All right. Yes, imperfect streamer. Oh man, you're so special. And I know you. I know you. You're special. And you're imperfectly special, imperfect streamer. All right. So long live accents. Actually, Sai and I, we have on my channel, we have a whole hour or hour and 15 minutes of live stream talking about accents. So if you wanna go jump to my channel and check that out. Hey, we have a whole hour and 15 minutes just talking about having an accent and how sexy an accent is. You know how sexy an accent is? I'm just joking. But yeah. All right. And Bogdan, like he said, talks 3 languages. Very good. That's like really common in the Eastern countries that you guys like speak like 3 or more, which is amazing. All right. And what are your thoughts on using virtual background? Well, here are my thoughts. If you don't have a space that it looks okay, it doesn't need to be like a full perfection. I did not arrive to this perfection on the first. By the way, this was my wife. This was not me. I take no credit. So, if you need to use it, please have the proper lighting. You need lots of lighting to do to use green screen. I do have a green screen right here. And you have to light it so much. Right now, for me it looks okay and everything, but I would need to light it. I'm now at 20% with my ring light. It will need to be at least at 60%. So you gotta be okay with that light hitting you on your face. You need to be okay with it. And there are places like for gaming you can use it and stuff. Or if you're presenting something that you want to be like represented inside of it, you can do it with green screen, but not always. It's not always necessary. But I prefer to use my personal regular background. Plus, your background gives your personality. Your background should be made around what you like, what you are, your what you represent. Right now, this photos right here, they're from Puerto Rico. I'm from Puerto Rico, so I like stuff like that. That make You gotta make it yours. And green screen, it just doesn't make it. Unless you have a photo of this, and then I can do it. Right? Maybe I should do that. Maybe when I'm on travel, I should do that. Right? Who knows? But just making your make it. Just have a. It's better to have a background that you have made and identifies your personality. That's my opinion. And if you can use a green screen, light it up. That's it. All right, guys. Thank you very, very much. This is hey, we got one person here saying hello. Mel, hello. We're just finishing. Make sure you go back and watch the replay. We have a bunch of tips in here for making you talk to the camera better talking to the camera and key points and iterations on it. So make sure you cache the replay and you can put hashtag team replay. All right. And I'm going to leave you with this. Thank you very much. I'll be back on next Tuesday. I will have, who am I going to have? We're going to be speaking about personal branding and have a guest. He's an amazing guest. He has a very successful podcast on personal branding. So you will see the thumbnail soon. Let's really leave it at that. It's going to be a very interesting one. And yeah, basically, that's it. And I got to show this before I leave. My background is pretty plain, like my personality. Yeah, funny man. Right. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. And hasta la vista. Dr. Elo out.